Student, now the topic is respiratory volumes and capacities. Respiratory volumes and respiratory capacities. In this first one, tidal volume TV. What is about the tidal volume? Volume of air inspired or expired during normal inspiration or expiration. Okay, volume of the air inspired or expired during the normal inspiration, normal expiration. That is approximately equal to 500 ml in human beings. Next, second one is IRV. Inspiratory reserve volume. Inspiratory reserve volume. This additional volume of air that can be inhaled during forced breathing. Okay, additional volume of the air that can be inhaled. Additional volume of the air can be inhaled during the forced breathing. Okay, that is IR inspiratory reserve volume, that is equal to 2500 ml to 3000 ml. Okay, students. Next, expiratory reserve volume ERV. Expiratory reserve volume ERV. Okay, students, additional volume of air that can be exhaled. In IRV there is inhaled, but in ERV there is a exhaled. Additional volume of the air that can be exhaled during forced expiration. During the forced expiration, additional volume of the air that can be exhaled. That is approximately 1000 to 1100 ml. 1000 to 1100 ml. Okay, students. Next, another one, residual volume RV. This volume of air remaining in the lungs after the forcible expiration. Volume of the air remaining in the lungs. Present in the lungs. Okay, after the forcible expiration, amount of the air present in the remaining present in the lungs, that is called residual volume. Okay, students. Next, inspiratory capacity, IC. Inspiratory capacity. What is the meaning of inspiratory capacity? Total volume of the air person inhale after normal expiration. After the normal expiration, the amount of the air can inhaled. Total volume of the air that can be inhaled after the normal expiration. Okay, students, that is equal to tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume. It is equal to approximately 3000 to 3500 ml. Another, functional residual capacity, FRC. Functional residual capacity. What is the meaning of the functional residual capacity? Already you know residual volume. This is a residual capacity. Volume of air remaining in the lungs after normal expiration. After normal expiration, the volume of the air present in the lungs, that is equal to FRC. This is equal to expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume. Okay, students. Next, another one, that is vital capacity. What about the vital capacity? What is the meaning of the vital capacity? Maximum volume of the air. Maximum volume of air. Maximum volume of air a person can breathe. A person can breathe in. Breathe in. A person can breathe in after forced expiration. After forced expiration. After forced expiration, the volume of the air a person can breathe in. Okay, student. Maximum volume of the air a person can breathe in after the forced expiration. That is called vital capacity. It is equal to tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume plus ERV, expiratory reserve volume. Vital capacity is equal to tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume and expiratory reserve volume. Next, last one is total lung capacity, TLC, total lung capacity. What is the meaning of total lung capacity? Total volume of the air accommodated in the lungs. Total volume of air accommodated in the lungs at the end of the forced inspiration. At the end of the forced inspiration, the volume of the total volume of the air accommodated in the lungs, that is called total lung capacity. It is equal to vital capacity plus residual volume. Okay, students, these are different respiratory volumes and their capacities. Very, very important in examination point of view. Students, now discuss about regulation of respiratory movements. Regulation of respiratory movements. Human beings also have ability to regulate, moderate the respiratory rhythm or respiratory movements, alter the respiratory movements. Okay, students, and in this first one, in this it is mainly occurs due to the involvement of the nervous system. Okay, neural system. This first one is medulla. Medulla plays important role in the respiratory movement. Medulla is with the one of the center, that is called respiratory rhythm center. Respiratory rhythm center regulates the respiratory movements, regulates the, moderates the respiratory movements. Okay, students, and second one, center in pons of the brain. Medulla is the part of the hindbrain, last part of the hindbrain. Pons is also present in the hindbrain, part of the hindbrain. It is above the medulla oblongata, locates above the medulla oblongata. Pons is also with one center, that is called pneumotoxic center. Pneumotoxic center. Okay, students, it is mainly helps in the regulation of the respiratory muscles. Okay, students, regulation of the respiratory muscles, and finally helps to alter the respiratory movements. It is the pneumotoxic center mainly involved in reduce the duration of inspiration, reduce the duration of the inspiratory rate. Okay, students, and send signals to respiratory rhythm center which is present in the medulla of brain. Next, third one, chemosensitive area. Chemosensitive area, this is locates adjacent to the respiratory rhythm center. Okay, students, which is present at the medulla part of the brain. Okay, students, and this is chemosensitive area is highly sensitive to carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. Carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions. When these are increases in the body fluids, and that type of the signals are sent to the respiratory rhythmic center to alter the respiratory movements and comes into the normal position. of the respiratory movements. Next, second, another one is the receptors. Another one, receptors. This is the fourth one in the regulation of the respiratory movements. Receptors associated with the aortic arch and carotid artery. Carotid artery. Aortic arch, it is the main blood vessel. Carotid artery also supplies the blood to the anterior part of the body. Carotid artery. These are the main blood vessels having the receptors in its wall. Okay, students. These are the receptors recognize the changes or increasing the level of the carbon dioxide and hydrogen ions in the body fluids in the blood. Okay, students. And the type of these signals are sent to the respiratory rhythmic center and pneumotoxic center, which is present in pons. Okay, and these are the centers goes to the action and increases the respiratory movements, alter the respiratory movements, and finally these are the substances are eliminated from the body of human beings. Okay, students, this is about the regulation of the respiratory movements.